Okay, so today we're going to be talking about Amethyst, the silent teacher. This is an extremely high vibrational crystal. This crystal is responsible for the awakening of your third eye mainly and your crown. This crystal is obviously, because it's a third eye and crown opener, it's really going to unlock those psychic abilities. It's really going to allow you to connect to your higher self and just higher guidance in general, because some people believe that there are spirit guides, some people believe that there are angels. Whatever you are rocking with, this crystal Amethyst will allow you to connect to that a lot easier with a lot less effort. And I think that is the main thing of Amethyst. It's ease, it's effortlessness. They literally call this the silent teacher because a lot of people, when they get this crystal, they feel like it doesn't even do anything. Like, it's not even working. It's so quiet and it feels like there's almost no changes being made to you. But that's a part of the illusion of Amethyst, because it is always very much working. It's a very high vibrational crystal and it's extremely powerful. Even the area around this crystal is affected, not just the person using it. So when you work with Amethyst, your dreams, first of all, your dreams might be crazy. You might be seeing a lot of things in your dreams, talking to a lot of people, having a lot of interactions that will give you messages to help you better live in this reality when you're not dreaming. Amethyst is one of those crystals that you honestly have to be a little careful with, because it is so powerful and so high vibrational that sometimes it will genuinely have you feeling so high vibrational that you start to, I guess you can say, have derealization, or you feel like, oh, this reality is not real, nothing exists, I don't exist, why do I feel like this, why do I exist, why can I like hear, smell, taste, why am I experiencing this? So that's exactly why on the website we have paired Amethyst with green aventurine, because this is a very calming crystal as well. Both of them are very calming, so in general this is just that real peace. And green aventurine is also extremely grounding, but not in an overwhelming sense. It's like literally just calmness, like just relaxing. Imagine if you were on in a big green field with a lot of trees, not just an empty field. That's kind of what green aventurine feels like for me. And Amethyst is literally like, you close your eyes and you're deep into your spiritual journey and you're just extremely meditative. So that combination really helps you just live your life and go through life while experiencing these higher vibrational realizations, messages, and things like that that Amethyst gives you. And that's the thing. Amethyst gives you a lot of messages, like a lot of silent teachings that you kind of just have random realizations. Like, you'll be outside experiencing something and you're like, oh my God, I'm having these realizations about how these people are acting, or why they might be acting like that, or why I feel like this, and why I'm here, and this is all going on, and why is this going on? And you're having these realizations. So while you're having that, sometimes you'll think that it's just you. You'll think that I'm just wearing this crystal on my wrist, but for some reason I'm having these realizations. I feel like I'm going insane. And that is literally why they call Amethyst the silent teacher, because it impacts you in a way that it feels like, or it's like, literally, it feels like, or it's tricking you to think that you are doing it, because you are. And at the end of the day, that's also what these are trying to show you. Crystals in general, I believe that the most powerful crystal is you. You're doing all the work. The crystals are just here as a tool to help guide you, so that while you're doing that work, firstly, you don't got to do everything yourself, because the body is very technical. And even, for example, if you want to change your state to a more grounded state, the second you think that or visualize that, you become more grounded. But that's something that you might have to do constantly throughout your day if you're not at the, I guess, level, whatever you want to call it, where you are simply in that state all day. So because you might have to do a lot of that mental work, crystals like this will help you do that work for you. For example, you're wearing Amethyst, the calmness is already there. The groundedness is not the groundedness is really not there, and that's why, like, the pairings are introduced. But if you also want a more, I guess you could say, powerful Amethyst experience at first, because once you get acclaimed or acclimated, whatever, to Amethyst, you will really start to feel it and experience it in your life, not just as like a silent teacher. Sometimes it can be more loud and powerful than almost any other crystal. But when you do start, if you're getting an Amethyst at first, maybe, and this is a very big maybe, because both of these crystals are responsible for higher chakras, and both of them being responsible for higher chakras can have a very large impact on the way you think, the way you feel, the way you perceive reality, and it will it's clear quartz. This is the pairing. Like, in my opinion, Like, if you put these two crystals together and you have an amethyst bracelet and a clear quartz bracelet, the clear quartz is an amplifying crystal. That's why it's white and clear. So if you put these together, what will happen is that I literally feel it already. What will literally happen is the amethyst will be amplified by the clear quartz. And so the amethyst will have a more profound, I don't know, forceful is the best word, a more forceful effect on you, more forceful impact, and that will just allow you to feel, sense, perceive a lot more things. And sometimes, like, this can even be a little overwhelming, especially if you're like the type of person who can't really see energy, or you don't know that you're seeing or perceiving energy. You might start to see like a lot of like figures to the side of you, and you're like turning your head and no one's there. Or you might be like, you might literally start to see the air, or things that are in the subtle dimensions of energy, because we see the physical dimension, but there's also a subtle dimension which is interwoven between this dimension. And so once you start to work with two high vibrational crystals like this, it can really throw you into that and be like, no, here's the energy. You said you wanted to see it, so it's right here. And while you're experiencing that, that can, again, literally work with pairings, because something like this is so powerful. Like an amethyst is so powerful by itself, but it's quiet. So then when you add something like this, it's powerful and it's loud, and it's not going to play with you. It's not going to act like it's not there. It's always going to show you that it's there, so you know that it's there. Because clear quartz is a very light bringing crystal. It doesn't hide anything. It just wants to show you. So sometimes when you're working with a pairing like this might be a little overwhelming. Boom, triple pairing, you know what I'm saying? So when you're working with something like this, even though this will still have the amplifying effect and the positivity and the strength of the clear quartz along with the amethyst, this will also keep you grounded and help you to actually have that balance. Because this is also very important with crystals. Like, I'll even wear, this is so off topic, but it is what it is. I'll even wear something like a clear quartz. This is not a clear quartz, sorry. This is a Lemurian quartz, and this is a moldavite. Two extremely powerful crystals, and then I'll combine it with something like a tiny little green aventurine, which is literally this. Because that grounding, god damn. If you do not have grounding on your spiritual journey, you will literally walk around floating up in your head, thinking about the most mystical things, understanding the secrets of the universe, and not living your life. And there's nothing wrong with that, because in those moments on your journey when you are floating up in your head and understanding higher realizations, that's what you're meant to be doing, and it's what you're supposed to do, because there will come a point where you can live your life and have higher realizations all at the same time. It doesn't even matter. Like, sometimes I'll genuinely be sitting there and I'm experiencing something, and I'm just sitting there, and then I start to have realizations like, we're all one thing. And I don't just mean one thing, I mean that we are all one single molecule that moves around so fast in a geometric perfect shape that it creates the illusion that everything is separate and doing different things. Some things are not even moving while I'm moving. Like, those are the like little things, the little illusions that my mind will break down while I'm just sitting there and doing nothing. And then while I have that realization, because I work with so many crystals, I just don't care. Like, I have the realization and okay, cool, but I know I'm still alive and I have to live my life and none of this matters and whatever, but I'm still here to have an experience as this person in this body, in this form. For whatever reason, I don't really care, because I know that the reason is mostly so that this experience can just continue. Because if I wasn't there, certain things wouldn't have happened, certain things wouldn't have changed, certain people wouldn't have felt certain ways and experienced certain things and learned certain things. So I'm just here as a tool so that everything else could see and understand and experience. And these are the types of realizations that these literally give you. And that's why I'm always yelling at the screen about crystals. Like, people really think it's a joke, but it's not. It's very serious, because you've come into this experience as a spiritual thing, as a soul in a body, right? So if you're a spiritual thing, a soul in a body, experiencing this reality, why would this reality not put spiritual tools for you to get higher on your spiritual consciousness journey? Because while you're experiencing this and experiencing life, yes, your spirit is growing with your body, but a lot of the times we don't put effort into our spirit growing. We just try to grow our body or grow our mind or whatever. But to sit there and say, okay, no, I'm going to use something, a tool, to actually help me develop. Same way you pick up a dumbbell and you do some curls and you're working out your body. If you pick up this is exercising your spirit. Literally, one of the first things you experience when you hold a crystal is some sort of opening up somewhere in your body. You might get like a slight weird headache feeling here, or you might feel something opening up in your back or your shoulder or your arm, literally anywhere on your body. It could be in your big toe. And when you're experiencing those openings, that is the energetic pathways literally being activated because of the crystals. And you can literally feel these things without even having the crystal. Like, let's say you don't have a crystal, you're just watching this video. You can look at the crystals and you will feel the energy from the crystals. To be honest, if you want, you could even look at me and you will feel like something open up, something will activate. And this is also because I'm wearing like 2 pieces of moldavite, so the energy is like all around me, swirling around me all the time. But yeah, like literally, even if you want to Google a picture of a crystal, you will feel that energy and you can know how that crystal will affect you. And this is literally what you should do when you're picking crystals and buying crystals, especially from the store. Literally go on my website, Spirit in the Stone, and you will literally be able to feel the energy of every single crystal just by reading the description, because you reading the description is you feeling the energy that I sat there and felt and put into those words. You looking at the picture is the literal physical manifestation of that energy, so you can see it. It's not, yeah. So when you're doing things like that, you'll be able to feel it, and you'll be like, okay, today I want to go buy crystals, whatever I'm feeling it, or you want to find out, or you want to learn more, or whatever. So you go and you look at the website, and you're looking at the amethyst, and you'll be like, oh, this is the energy, this is how it makes me feel. And this is just by looking at it through the screen. Think about how your mind is changing. Think about how your energy feels. Think about how your body feels. What feels different? Do you feel hotter? Do you feel colder? Do you feel more tired? Do you feel more relaxed? Do you feel more energetic? All of those little things will tell you, this is the crystal for me that I want in my life right now, because it's how it's making me feel, and I want to understand this feeling. Because that's what you have to think. It's not about getting the feeling. It's about the journey of understanding and developing that feeling, because it comes to the point where you do not need this anymore, because you are the crystal. You are what's doing it. You're what's causing these effects. I'm not saying the crystals aren't doing anything, because then I'll be lying. But at the end of the day, it is a tool for you to learn how you can do these things on your own without anything. And so, god damn, I'm hot. So so you might be looking at this and you might be like, okay, this is the energy I want to work with. Or you might be like, this is not the energy that I want to work with. And then you might stumble on something like this and you're like, okay, this is more my speed, my style, I don't care. And you're just feeling it more and you're more drawn to it. That's how you know that's what you should go with. Because a lot of times when we buy things, it's based on, oh, this looks this way, or I've seen this before, or everyone has this, or I want this, or whatever. But when you go and you buy something, it's kind of like you're choosing your partner. Like, you can't just go and be like, okay, but this is what I thought I wanted, and this person ticks off all those boxes, so let me just go with that person. No, because you have to be in love with that person. You have to feel those things. You know what I mean? That connection. If you don't have the connection, don't buy it. If you go on my website and you don't have a connection with nothing, literally close the browser or whatever and throw your phone away. Like, I don't care. But if you go and you have a connection with something, buy it. Like, don't even waste your time, because at the end of the day, those spiritual tools are there for you at specific points on your journey. And let's say, and honestly, this is something that I've been wanting to talk about, because, oh my God, let's say you have a crystal, right? Or let's say me, actually, what? Let's say you go on the website and you're trying to buy a crystal and whatever, and you see something and you're drawn to it and you're attracted to it. Do you understand that you have already made a connection with that energy? So if anyone else buys that crystal, or these crystals, because it's a bunch of them, it's not going to have the same effect that it was supposed to have for you. Maybe it was meant for you. And with that in mind, you have to also be willing to like jump at opportunities. And this is just period in life. Fuck crystals. I'm just talking about everything in general, because money is literally energy. And if you think that money will not come back, or it's something you're losing, then you've lost it. But if you think that money is literally energy, and you know that it's always in a cycle and it's always returning and coming, and it actually never even left, if you understand those principles, then it doesn't matter. If you literally go outside today and you see a car that you like, why would you not buy that car? Why would you wait and let someone else buy that car? Now you don't have it, because that car was meant for you, for your experience. If you even had the vibrational thought that, whoa, I like this car, I would look good in this car, I want to know how it feels to drive it, you're already visualizing, imagining, perceiving what it's like to have that car. It's already yours. So at the end of the day, you just got to jump in. And even like, just in general, especially when I first started getting crystals, I'll buy crystals and I'll be like, damn, maybe I shouldn't spend this money on this. Maybe I shouldn't use this money on this. And the second I will buy it, the money will come back in a different way for something completely different. Like, something else would just give me money, or some money would just come into my life in a different way. And that's simply because these are like literally physical forms of abundance. They're abundance of energy. See how tiny this is? You see how small and insignificant this is in terms of the scale of the world? But at the end of the day, just having this in this room is affecting the energetic properties of every single thing in this room. I'm talking the dog. I'm talking me, like the wall, literally even the air itself. So when you're getting something like this, you are literally reflecting that abundance into yourself by understanding what this is. I'm sorry, why am I showing you clear quartz? This isn't even about clear quartz. We're on a tangent for real. And this is what I mean. When you have like multiple high vibrational crystals, you'll just start thinking about anything, and you'll just start. And this is, see how I'm saying these things to you, and I'm off topic. This is how this can make you function in your mind when you have a lot of high vibrational crystals. That's why it's so important to have some grounding. And I'm not saying this is not a high vibrational crystal. It's pretty nice, but this will literally have you floating up in your head, understanding the most mystical properties of the universe. And this is also, yeah, I think that's one of the main things I should talk about with Amethyst, because it's a great teacher. It truly helps you understand. And I think that is something that goes missing on a lot of crystals, because they are very energetic creatures. So a lot of the times you will be in a state of calmness, or a state of bliss, or a state of peace, or a state of enjoyment, or happiness, or just gratefulness. That's the big one with a lot of crystals. Gratefulness, goddamn. But when working with an energy like, goddamn, I don't even remember what I was saying. You see what I mean? Oh, teachers, yes. So a lot of crystals have physical effects, and you'll feel physical things, but Amethyst really helps you to understand things mentally and internally. And this is also why I think it's called the silent teacher, because if something is affecting your brain, it's not really easy to see. You know what I mean? Because you're always thinking. So you're just thinking that, oh, this is a different moment, different thought pattern, whatever. But Amethyst is truly allowing you to open and expand your mind, because literally it's awakening your third eye. And the greatest illusion to bypass when you are opening your third eye to truly unlock it, and to unlock that higher knowledge, is to simply see the illusion of separation is not a thing. Because we all think all of this is different, all of this is separated, we're all different people. I have maybe black skin or brown skin, whatever you want to call it, and then you have a different color skin and all of that, but at the end of the day, we're all humanity. And if you want to go even deeper into that, it'll teach you things like, oh, we're all here and we're all experiencing this reality as different things, different beings. There's trees and plants and all of this, but at the end of the day, at the center of all of that is just energy. So all of this is just energy. So am I different from a tree? No. And when you have realizations like that, it's nice. It's nice to walk through life with realizations like that, knowing things like that, because then it becomes easier for you to be nice to strangers. It becomes easier for you to love yourself. It becomes easier for you to love nature. It becomes easier for you to help people, or want to help people, without feeling like, oh my God, I need something in return. And these are the little things that simply just allow you to take one step on your journey, because this is what this is about. It's not about taking 20, 30 steps on your journey in a day. I mean, if you get 40, 50 crystals on a bracelet, it is taking 40,000 steps 40,000 steps in a day. But it's really about the little things on your journey. And as you're walking, it's always important to remember that it's a journey. It's not meant for you to get there and be like, oh my God, let me enjoy the end. The end is going to be fun and nice and whatever, but you also know that the end might be just you dying. So you have to enjoy it every single moment that you can while you're here. And if you're not enjoying it, there's nothing wrong with that. But let me stop rambling. Amethyst is great. It's literally one of the greatest crystals. Oh my God. I didn't even tell you the craziest thing that I've realized. If you drink alcohol with this crystal, if you drink like you're a drinker, and you put this, like, just literally touch it in the alcohol, or touch it on your tongue after you drank, or sometimes even while you're drinking, doesn't matter. This crystal will literally absorb the energetic properties of the alcohol, leaving you feeling half as drunk as you were before, without the sloppy, disgusting feelings. Kings and queens literally used to use this and put it in the bottom of their mugs and goblets before a party, so they could drink as much as they wanted without feeling like shit. And I think that's pretty cool. This crystal is sick as hell, and lock in.